What if all the biggest, most complicated decisions in your life really just boil down to one simple choice between two different paths? That's the powerful idea we're diving into today, all based on the book, Which Do You Choose? It's really a journey into the choices that make us who we are.
The book kicks off with this incredible promise that some ideas can literally change your life forever. You get the sense the author isn't just telling a story, she's really offering a guide she wishes she'd had. It's like a personal invitation to take a closer look at our own lives.
So what is this big, life-changing idea? Well, the book introduces it right away as a foundational concept, something it calls an important gift, something every single one of us has, even if we don't always realize it.
At its heart, the core message is really simple. It's about love and empowerment. The book's whole starting point is this: you are loved deeply. And that love isn't just a feeling. It actually comes with the power to make your own choices. This is the bedrock for everything else we're going to talk about.
So what is this important gift? Well, the book gives it a name: free will. It's as simple and as profound as that, the ability to make your own choices. And this isn't just some side note, it's presented as the engine that drives our entire life's journey.
And look, this whole idea of free will isn't some big abstract thing floating out there. The book says it applies directly to three huge areas of our lives. You choose your thoughts. You choose your feelings. And you choose your actions. That means the power and, the responsibility is all yours.
Okay, so if we have this amazing power to choose, what are we actually choosing between? This is where the book introduces this fundamental conflict: two paths, one choice. It says every single decision we make leads us down one of two very, very different roads. And the book makes this incredibly clear. There's no gray area here. It's a binary system. On one side, you've got God choices, and they always lead to good things. On the other side, enemy choices, which always lead to trouble. It's a definitive fork in the road every single time. Now, this opposing force, this enemy, it's not just sitting back and waiting. Oh no. The book says it has a very active game plan to trick you, to lie to you, and at the end of the day, to try and steal your very ability to choose for yourself. It's like a constant battle for your free will. All right, to make this all feel a little less, conceptual, the book gives some really practical, everyday examples of this constant tug of war between God's way and the enemy's way. Let's start with something we all feel, right? Anger. The enemy's path is to get you to hold on to it. Just let it fester and grow. But God's path? It's to choose forgiveness and to do it fast. It's about freeing yourself as much as the other person. Or how about this one? Self-worth. One path is all about constantly comparing yourself to other people, a feeling the book actually calls rottenness to the bones. Yikes. The other path, though, is about celebrating your own uniqueness, just delighting in the way you were made. And then there's that internal battle with anxiety, right? The choice here is between a mind that's all tangled up in worry and chaos, or a mind that makes a conscious choice to find peace, to literally just say no to worry. It's presented as something you can actively decide to do. Okay, so we get the two paths. We see the difference. But let's be real. How do we consistently choose the right one? So now the book shifts from the what to the how, giving us a guide for making what it calls good God choices. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you're standing right there at that fork in the road, what do you actually do? Well, the book doesn't leave you hanging. It gives a really practical step-by-step guide. And here it is, the three-step formula the book lays out. Step 1, learn about Jesus. See his example. Step 2, straight up ask the Holy Spirit to show you the truth, to point out the good choice. And step 3, listen, not just with your ears, but with your head and your heart for that answer. But here's something I think is so important, especially toward the end of the book. What happens when we mess up? Because let's face it, we all do, right? The final part of the book is all about that. It's a guide for your heart with real tools for when we stumble. And this is where it gets incredibly practical. The book knows we're going to make bad choices sometimes, but it teaches that you can use that same free will to course correct. This prayer card is literally a tool for that exact moment. One side helps you forgive others, and the other side is for when you've done wrong, helping you find your way back. So if we just boil all this down, what are the big takeaways? Well, the outcomes are pretty clear. One path leads to being healthy and happy, the other leads to being angry and hurt. It reminds us we're not alone in this. We can always ask for help, ask for the truth, and finally, and this one's huge,
It says the words you speak are incredibly important, that you literally eat the fruit of what you say.
And that brings us right back to where we started, to that big question. After laying out the two paths, the consequences, and even the tools to help you, the book doesn't give you the final answer. It leaves the ultimate exercise of your free will exactly where it belongs, with you. So, which do you choose?